Today I'm going to be taking this sad little planter box that never seems to thrive, planting it up, and hopefully make something pretty and happy. Yes, indeed. Here is a sad little planter box. I shouldn't say sad. It's actually placed really nicely. It kind of frames up these palm trees that we have in our backyard, but we can never seem to get plants to thrive here. I don't know. It doesn't get a lot of direct sun. I know it's in the direct sun now, but it's sort of late afternoon sun. So it could be the plants that we've chosen. It could be the soil. So today I'm just going to plant it up. I'm going to remove, there's a few Coleus in here and a little sea pink. They're doing okay. This one's doing okay. I think I'm gonna remove it and put it somewhere else. See if I can get it bigger. We also had some sweet alyssum in here and it just looked absolutely terrible. It never grew. So I have a few other plants I've chosen with the help of my spouse who likes to remain off video. We picked out this pink polka dot plant. Now this was a volunteer. I had another pink polka dot plant and it threw off some flowers and it just started growing in this little tray of moss that I had. These are some ghosty succulents I just had propagated from leaf and they're just in there for now. I pulled them out. These were leaf propagations. These are the easiest succulents to propagate from leaf. They grow so quickly. I've had them safe for a while. They're quite ready to be planted. And then I have some lobelia, which isn't too dissimilar to sweet alyssum. Whether it thrives there or not, we will see. So as mentioned, I have these little ghosties, Graptopetalatum paraguayans, I believe is the official name. And then these little echeverias. Don't mind that Ionium, that's gonna stay there. These were from like a clearance bin at Home Depot. I planted them elsewhere and these were like little pups that were off to the side. I threw them in another pot and they're ready to go. So I'm gonna try a little bit of layering with the polka dot plants at the back, the lobelia, which, you know, it may start to get overgrown around the succulents, and that's the beauty of this. If we need to change it, we'll change it. But I want to do a bunch of little textures and layers, and hopefully the nice blue, pink. These are kind of pinky blue succulents dappled around with it. So let's get started. As usual, I have my trusty cat companion to help me out. Oh, that's Toast. There goes Waffles over there. So they're my planting friends. Here's the spot. I'm going to carefully remove these Coleus and save them for elsewhere. I thought Coleus would do well here because they're kind of more of a shady plant, but they just never have really seemed to thrive. And I have a feeling it's because when we put this box here, when we put this little patio area in, we didn't, it doesn't go that deep. There's actually sand underneath here from the gravel, and I can actually feel I'm already down to the sand. So I think that if we raise up the soil, that will make this a much happier planter. So let's see how this is doing. You know, for that little plant, you can see the roots didn't have that many places to go. Just set it right there. Yeah, the soil's not too bad. I think it's just not deep enough. When I get down, you can feel the real hard, very dry clay further down. So I think if I stir this up a bit and add a lot more potting soil, or raised bed soil, I should say. Yeah. Okay, so I have got organic raised bed and potting mix. That means it's all organic fertilizers that's in here. It's not petroleum or nitrogen based, and hopefully this will make the soil a lot nicer, or continue to be nicer. polka dot plant. As mentioned, this was a little volunteer. I had a tray of moss. It just put itself in here, so might have to just take this whole tray out, actually. Yeah. Well, there's a tray. There you go. The moss off the top. Plant, it does really well in the shade. I had it in a very shady front porch for a long time, and I just had to keep cutting it back because it was growing taller and taller and taller. And this is a volunteer from one of its flowers. So if I cut this, these little leaves will branch off even more, so we can kind of train it to be a more full plant. But for now, I think it's kind of
that's good.
It's nice, tall, and it's colorful. Okay, so next, these are kind of like trailing plants. So I don't know if you want them on the edge to trail over.
Yeah.
Or do you put the shorter succulents on the edge? What's better? What I might do is I might test out how everything looks, and just before I planted it, and decide from there. So these Echeveria won't get very tall so long as they're getting enough light. Remove the excess leaves. This kind of thing, you can change your mind, you can rearrange, take a step back, have a look. We're gonna play with this because we're not so sure how this is gonna look. My husband is for the sparse, simple look, so we're gonna play with that. See, originally my thought was like that. Do these all along the edge, but maybe we do them in separate little clumps as well.
Do they need sun?
Like so some succulents do okay without direct sunlight, right? That they actually do pretty well. These will just stay pale, kind of green, blue without a lot of sun. This is definitely a much more less is more style than what I'm used to, but let's just see how that works. That Coleus, I'm not thrilled with how that looks. Let's tweak it a little bit.
Yep.
All right, we're playing around with stones. This may or may not work. for the black mulch. We didn't go out and spend any money today. We shall see how they settle in. And that is it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments, or comments, of course. Don't forget, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, and of course, subscribe.